A guide to submitting your academic petition. This presentation will help Faculty of Health students understand the following: what is an academic petition, where to locate the online academic petition submission form, guidelines for writing a petition letter, instructions for submitting an academic petition online, and your next steps after submitting your petition. The information provided during this presentation is relevant only to Faculty of Health students. If you are affiliated with another faculty, please refer to your own faculty website for specific information. What is an academic petition? An academic petition is a written request for the waiver of a faculty's academic regulation or deadline. Before initiating a petition, review the university and faculty rules and regulations as stated in the undergraduate academic calendar, found online at calendars.students.yorku.ca. Academic petitions in the Faculty of Health are reviewed by the Faculty's Petitions Committee for consideration. You may find petition information, required forms, and the online petition submission form on the Faculty of Health website at health.yorku.ca. Under the heading Student and Academic Services, click on Academic Petitions, and then click Petition Information and Package. Faculty of Health students must submit their academic petition online using the online petition submission form found on this page. Before you begin your petition, you are required to read the detailed information on the Faculty of Health Petitions website for information on the petitions process. In the example on the screen, a student petitioning to drop a course from their record will click on the Late Withdrawal tab. There, the student will find a definition of this type of petition, a list of the required documents for the petition, and any relevant information regarding the petition type. On this page, you will also access and download any petition forms required for your petition. Please note that not all forms are required for every petition. You only need to submit the forms relevant to the regulation you are requesting, as outlined in the Types of Petitions and Their Requirements section. Depending on the regulation you are petitioning, specific forms may be required in your petition package. Please note that an incomplete petition package missing any required document will be cancelled. We will now review the forms that may be required in a petition request. Course Performance Summary. A course performance summary is required when petitioning to drop a course or a late withdrawal, and also when petitioning for a deferred standing or an extension of deferred standing. If you are submitting such a petition, please ensure that a course performance summary is included for each course being petitioned. This is a 2-page document. You are responsible for completing Section 1 with your information and the course information. Once you complete Section 1, you must take the form to the department that offers the course and request that Section 2 is completed. For example, if you are petitioning a psychology course, you must bring the form to the psychology department. The department will complete Section 2 of the form and may take a couple of weeks to do so. Please note it is the student's responsibility to pick up the course performance summary from the department. You may locate the departmental contact information by using the York Atlas directory. Petition to Enroll Late form. A petition to enroll late form is only required if you are requesting to enroll into a course past the deadline. This form requires the signatures of the course instructor, the department that offers the course, and your own. Deferred Standing Agreement form. If you have missed your final exam or the deadline to submit your final assignment, have grounds and documentation to explain your absence, and your course director has already denied your request to write a deferred final exam or submit a final assignment, you may formally petition for deferred standing in the course. This type of petition requires the Deferred Standing Agreement form with the course director's decision and signature, along with the course performance summary. Bring the form to the course director or the department that offers the course for completion. The form requires the signature of the instructor or the undergraduate program director or chair if the instructor is unavailable. The form must indicate that he or she has denied your request for deferred standing, and as a result you are required to petition to your home faculty. Now, we will review the York University specific forms that may be included in your petition to support your request. These forms are not required for the petition, but are highly recommended if applicable to your circumstances. Attending physician statement. If your petition is based on medical grounds, ask your physician to complete an attending physician statement, which will be included as part of your petition package for support. Counselor statement. If your petition mentions that you are receiving support from a counselor, ask your counselor to complete a counselor statement to support your request. This form helps your counselor summarize any issues that relate to your petition. Guidelines for writing a petition letter. Every petition must include a petition letter. The petition letter must be typed and speak to the following. The regulation being petitioned. Be clear on the regulation you are asking the committee to consider. For example, are you asking the committee to remove a course from your transcript? Are you asking the committee to let you continue in an honors program? Are you requesting to waive a required to withdraw or debarment penalty and continue your studies without interruption? Courses involved. If you are petitioning any regulations related to a course, for example, to remove a course from the transcript or to defer your final exam or assignment, make sure you list the course you would like the petitions committee to consider. Please be sure to include the session, term, and section of each course being considered. Waiver of the 30-day or 1-year deadline. Late withdrawal petitions can be submitted any time after the drop deadline has passed and up to 30 days after the last day of class. Such petitions may be considered for a period of up to 1 year if they are based on special circumstances. If you are submitting a petition beyond the stated deadline, you need to address the reason for the delay in your letter. Extenuating circumstances, including key dates relevant to the courses. Your reasons for petitioning need to be clear and concise. Relevant information which relates to your hardship needs to be presented. It is in your best interest to provide a timeline highlighting the sequence of relevant events. Selectivity. If you are requesting to drop some but not all of the courses taken within the same academic session or term, explain why you did well in some courses and not others within the same academic session. Acknowledge responsibility for your performance. Explain why you did not drop or withdraw from the course prior to the deadline. Outline the steps you have taken or will take to improve your circumstances or academic performance. What have you done to rectify your circumstances? How have your circumstances improved? If you are requesting to waive a required to withdraw or debarment penalty and continue in your studies without interruption, or continue in an honors program, a concrete academic plan needs to be presented. Additional writing tips include: use Arial 12-point font and make sure your letter is double-spaced. Use paragraphs to separate each thought. Petition letters should be between 1 to 3 pages in length. It is in your best interest to provide third-party evidence supporting circumstances outlined in your petition letter, and all supporting evidence should be in English. Submitting your academic petition online. Beginning in March 2020, students in the Faculty of Health are required to submit their academic petitions via the online submission system found on the Faculty of Health Petitions website. To submit an academic petition, click on the heading Submit Academic Petition to the Faculty of Health. Upon opening the petition submission form, you will see the instructions page. Please be sure to carefully read through the instructions and click Continue to proceed to the Personal Information page. On the Personal Information page, you will need to provide all required personal and program information. Enter your student number, your email address, your telephone number, your current degree type and your major, and indicate if you are completing a double major or a minor. Indicate whether you have applied to graduate, and indicate whether your request is a petition or an appeal. An appeal is only for students who have previously submitted a petition and would like to appeal the decision made by the committee. Once you have completed the personal information page, click Continue to proceed to the petition details page. Before completing the petition details page, ensure that you have read through the petition types and their requirements section on the Faculty of Health Petitions website. Ensure that you have collected all the necessary documentation for the type of petition you are submitting. Please note that you will be able to select more than one petition in this section. For example, a student may petition to waive a required to withdraw regulation and to drop courses in the same petition request. When submitting more than one request in the same petition, you are required to address each request in your letter and ensure that relevant documentation for each request is submitted in the online form. The form will require you to indicate specific information that is relevant to the type of petition you are submitting. For example, for a course drop petition, you will first be required to indicate if the petition is late, and if so, you will be required to provide an explanation for the late submission. You will also be required to indicate the number of courses being petitioned, as well as the course information. Include the academic session, the section of the course, and the term of the course. For example, Summer 2019, Faculty of Science, subject is Biology 1000 3.0, Section M. Supporting documentation. After indicating the type of petition you are submitting, you will be required to submit the following: your letter explaining the exceptional circumstances that have required you to petition, all required forms relevant to the type of petition you are submitting. The system will automatically generate sections to submit the specific required documents for your request, and finally, any additional supporting documents to support your grounds. Please note that you are able to upload separate documents at the same time by clicking Control and then selecting any relevant documents that should be included in the petition. Once you have uploaded all necessary documents, you may click Continue to proceed to the Terms and Conditions page. Before submitting the petition, ensure that you have read through the terms and conditions and have provided the necessary documents for your petition. Once submitted, all submissions are considered final. Please remember that petitions may take up to 10 weeks to process from the point of submission. Petition decisions will be sent via email to the email address you have on record with York University. Visit the current student's website to verify that your contact information is correct. To ensure that you receive your decision letter, we recommend you use your York University email account. After submitting your petition, a summary receipt of the petition, including the documents you included, will be sent to the email you provided on the form. Be sure to check your email to ensure that the receipt was received. Finally, for any questions related to an academic petition, please review the Faculty of Health website. You may also send an email to hhpet@yorku.ca. Please allow 1 to 2 business days for a response.